Over the past few months, you've been following our Royal Queen Seeds batch through the vlogs of Q's Garden here at this channel. You saw the wins, the mistakes, and the behind-the-scenes chaos. This video is the full picture. So no monthly updates, no distractions, just one clear breakdown of how I grew 20 Royal Queen Seed strains. What? From seed to harvest, indoors, here at Q's Garden. So if you are a beginner grower, this video will show you what actually matters. And if you're more experienced, don't worry, you'll recognize a lot of familiar decisions and maybe a few mistakes that you made yourself as well. And you might learn a thing or two. Let's start at the beginning. For this run, I wanted variety, okay, and not perfection. So we ran 20 different strains of Royal Queen Seeds, including some CBD strains, my very first THCV strain, and then of course some classic, very normal THC photoperiodic strains. All feminized, all photoperiods, or at least that is what we thought at the moment. Later on we'll find out that we might be a little bit wrong, but for now, that's what we're going with. Now in this batch, the goal was not maximum yield. The goal was actually learning, testing, comparison, and of course, selecting the best phenos for making photos and videos for the catalog work that we're doing for Royal Queen Seeds. And of course, that selecting and pheno hunting might become important later. We germinated everything using the cotton pad method. As always, it's simple, reliable, and beginner-proof. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about the cotton method, check out my vlogs, but just a quick recap. First of all, we do a room temperature water soak for 12 to 24 hours. Of course, in cotton pads. And we don't make them too wet. Just a little bit moist is good enough. We put those seeds in a dark but warm spot, and then we wait for 24 to 36 hours for the taproot to appear. And when that happens, those seedlings are ready for planting. So this is where the patience starts, okay? Don't rush germination. Take your time. And remember, starting strong probably will mean finishing strong as well. Now early on we ran into some stress. The ACINFINITY EVO lights was set a little bit too strong, and possibly the worm castings behaved differently than expected. But instead of guessing, we adjusted lower light intensity, fresh soil, obviously proper dry bags, and make sure that these plants exploded. Just like the back of my hand, I can read you front to back. I could tell you want it bad. So, lesson learned. Plants, they want to live, believe it or not. And your job is to stop fighting them, make them thrive, make sure that all parameters are in check. And even much more in an indoor grow, that is going to be very important. Now, as time went on and the plants started to recover, those little plants became too big. And it was time to do a first natural selection. Is it only a dream? We look at which plants look the strongest, which plants look the greenest, the most vigorous, and all the other ones we just kick them out. It's a little bit of a lottery based on luck, but that is also exactly how life is. We're just getting started, it's a part of the game. Now, by week 6 or 7, every plant looked a little bit different. And that's normal, of course, it's important. But that is also the moment when we looked at every plant and decided where we're gonna do the topping and the lollipopping, the defoliation methods that we're gonna use to control the height, and of course, make sure there's enough airflow. Now, how we do this exactly is explained in our vlog episodes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Q's Garden, the channel that you're watching right now. And in the vlog episodes, we always put something very educational. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it is in vlog number 2 or 3, that is exactly where we explain what topping and lollipopping means for every size plant. There we explain everything. So if you want to know more, go and check out that video. Like 2/3 of the complete plant, we're just gonna cut it right off. What? And that is exactly what we did to make sure that these plants enter extremely strong into their flowering stage. After 7 weeks of veg, we flipped the tent to 12-12. It is time to flower. And by day 5 of flower, the plants were fully transitioning. The stretch kicked in hard and the bud sides started to stack very fast. And at that moment, the tent felt a little bit too leafy. So about 2 days later, we decided to do an early defoliation. And looking back, that was a mistake. The defoliation came too early. Ideally, I should have waited for around week 3 of flower. Because in week 3 to 4, I noticed that some phenos really didn't respond well to that topic. They showed mild stress and they were a little bit down. It's not disastrous, but definitely noticeable. So, lesson learned, the timing matters, guys, especially during transition. And don't stack stress during transition. You know, less is more, and especially in early flower. From that point on, I kept stress to an absolute minimum, guys. No more heavy interventions, just stable conditions, consistent drybacks, good airflow, and just a controlled humidity, a controlled environment with all the parameters in check. By week 6 to 7 of flower, all the plants had recovered beautifully. Deep green colors, a strong structure, the plants vigorous, the flowers ripening exactly how you want them to finish at flower time. Wow! We also started photographing as the plants finished. Some phenos were ready right after 8 weeks, but others needed up to 10 weeks. Anytime a plant was ready for harvest, she got her moment in front of the camera first, before chopping her down. or at least our favorite plants. And that is a little bit the reality of growing so many genetics and so many phenos, strains in one room. They all have different timelines, different personalities, and of course, different smells. And that variety makes things a little bit more complex in the grow room. But it is also what makes the grow so fun. And especially when you start testing everything that you grew, you all of a sudden have a lot more different genetics to try and to test out to see what your favorite genetic is. So yes, you can say that more strains make things a little bit more complicated, and it might be not the most efficient way of growing, but it is also what makes growing so interesting. So, you know, some benefits, some downsides, you give some, you take some. We harvest it in waves based on trichomes and not calendars or grow reports or whatever the website says. No, sir. We look at the trichomes. And this is actually one of the most important details of the entire grow. You can really mess up a plant if you harvest her too early or too late. So as I mentioned before, this is one of the most important steps. And we harvest when we see about 10% of amber colored trichomes. More or less, you know, give or take. And sometimes I took a plant into the studio thinking that she was ready for harvest. But then when we turned on these lights and took out the macro lens and looked at the trichomes with our magnifying glass, we could see that sometimes these plants were not ready yet. We had to put them back in the grow and wait another couple of days before those plants were really ready to chop down and of course film and take pictures. So it's a whole process, but don't worry, the more you do it, the easier you're gonna start seeing it and recognizing it. Before you know it, you don't even have to think twice and you chop it down. So we dried slow in a controlled environment with controlled temperature, controlled humidity, and absolutely no rush. Now the dry and cure principle is pretty easy. First of all, you're gonna have a slow dry. You wanna have a stable environment for about 2 weeks before you start trimming the flower. After that, we store our flower in a dark and cool environment and of course start burping jars. Oh, and don't forget, you're also gonna need a little bit of patience because great wheat isn't grown at harvest time. No, it is finished after. After harvesting and drying, curing is also an important step of growing on its own. It's actually that important that I made a special video about it here on YouTube. So check out the YouTube channel, you know, this one, Q's Garden, and look for the video how to harvest, dry and cure like a pro. Wow, what a title. And there you'll find all the details on how we do it here at Q's Garden. Oh, and before you go, here's the fun part. So these were the 20 strains of royal queen seeds. But of course, after testing and growing all these strains, I have a couple favorites. So I picked my top 3 favorite strains of these 20. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly why these are my favorites. So, what? I see you there? And before you go, I wanted to let you know that this video was possible thanks to ACINFINITY. All these strains of Royal Queen seeds were grown in the 4x8 grow tents of ACINFINITY with Evo 6 and Evo 8 LED grow lights. What? And come on, be honest, don't you think the results are top notch? Everything that I use for growing comes from their website, you know, ACINFINITY.com. So if you go there and you order something from their website, please use discount code QSGarden to get a nice discount and of course support the channel so I can make much more content like this. Let's go! You can also go to my website qsgarden420.com and there's a whole list of discount codes for different brands and different websites. It's too crazy. So just go there and check it out. And I'll see you the next time. What? You're still here. See you next time. Hello.